You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for October 21st through November 1st. It's a Sam McCall shocker. We're exploring Sasha Gilmore's daddy issues, and Ric Lansing scores a win. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's dive into everything coming the 2 weeks ahead. Please click subscribe if you're not following us, and let's start with Monday, October 21st, 2024. So Violet is packing her little bag to head for Seattle because that's where her daddy Finn has gotten a job now that he is out of rehab. I did not expect to see Michael Easton back. I know a lot of people were hoping to see him. I like him, but I didn't figure they were bringing him back. So Violet tells Tracy she couldn't leave without saying goodbye. That should be very heartfelt. Jophiel Love is such a good little actress, and I hope we see her back. We probably will. And she is shipping out of town. And Cody asks Dante if he's trying to convince him, Cody, or himself, Dante, of something. And of course, Dante's so excited that Lulu has a donor, but of course he's nervous about it being Sam. And, you know, I think he's too scared to have hope at this point. And Sasha talks to Maxie and tells her she's not going to let Holly take Cody away from her. Sasha is hoping against hope that Robert is not her dad, even though Holly seems very certain. Speaking of Holly, she and Robert continue the talk they began on Friday, and he wants to know why she never told him about Sasha, and I don't think any excuse she has is going to do her any good. Sam goes to see Drew, and she also goes to see Jason. She has to tell them both, you know, I'm having donor surgery. Every surgery is risky. You need to step up if something happens to me. And Jason promises to do just as she tells him to do. I don't trust him. He never picks right. He thinks he only does right by the people that he thinks he should do right by, which is never, ever his children. He'll give them money, but he doesn't show up. And Drew, you know, shows up sometimes, but not a lot. Mostly he's been showing up to, you know, do things with Willow and not take no for an answer. So we'll see how that goes because they're about to be single dads. Elizabeth has some advice for Lucas, and Lucas really wants to talk to Liz and Isaiah on Monday. And Lucky tries to persuade someone about something. He wants to make the odds better for Lulu's donor surgery. There's some kind of complication that Terry Randolph has to tell Laura about. Tuesday, October 22nd, Nina is completely appalled by something, and maybe this is about Heather getting out of jail because, you know, she would hate that to happen. Anna and Holly have a knockdown drag-out fight, and I guess we know it's about Robert. You know, Anna was the mother of his only child. And if Holly has kind of stolen that thunder, if Sasha is indeed a Scorpio spawn, well, that's interesting. Maxie spills a secret to Spinelli, and I'm sure it's about Sasha and Holly and all that. Joss and Dex are out on date night, and Rick brings some news to Elizabeth, probably about the Heather case and the GH lab being tangled up in that. Wednesday, October 23rd, Curtis makes a promise to Portia. And again, I'm worried Heather is getting out of jail, and he's probably promising to keep their daughter Trina safe. And speaking of Trina, Gio, violin boy, is there to support her. I literally don't know what they're doing with this kid. I like him. He's cute. He's a great violin player. I just don't know why he's on the cast. He helped Violet pack and zipped her suitcase. And we saw him having a cookie discussion like 2 weeks ago. I don't. Okay. Anyway, we've killed off Sam. That's coming soon, and we've got violin boy zipping luggage. Sorry, I digressed. Okay, back to Wednesday. Sunny is cautious and Holly is looking for assistance. And I wonder if these two spoilers are linked together. She needs to fence some diamonds and her usual guy is suddenly unavailable. And Sunny being a criminal, Holly thinks he might be able to help. Molly is really mad at her dad, Rick, and it might be about setting up Christina to make a scene at the restaurant, or it might be because Rick has gotten the hook killer out of prison. We'll see. Because on Thursday, October 24th, speaking of the hook killer, her beloved son, Steven Lars Webber, is back. Scott Reeves returns for a short arc, and he does have scenes coming with Heather. He just is looking at a new actress because the last time he was around, it was Robin Mattsson in the role. And everybody gathers at General Hospital for Sam and Lulu's surgery. Scout is there to see her mom. Alexis is there. You know, Christina's going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Everybody that loves Sam, everybody that loves Lulu. And Carly is talking to Jason. She's making her case to him. Not sure what that's about. Brennan has to deal with a crisis. I'm guessing it's about Sidwell murdering people, trying to find out where his diamonds are. And Curtis has a plan in play. And again, I'm guessing it's about Heather. Friday, October 25th, Diane is completely stunned by something. Sasha opens up to Nina, and I'm guessing this is the point that she confesses that Holly is her mother. Remember, because they're inventing history, you know, and Sasha, if you recall, first came to Port Charles when Valentine hired her as a con woman. I think that's why they decided to tie her to Holly as a con woman to lie and fool Nina that she was her daughter. Now, this wasn't a financial con other than she was being paid to do it. Valentine was trying to heal Nina's heart. He had good intentions, but he did a bad thing. And Alexis is waiting on an update about Sam after the surgery. And Elizabeth gets a welcome surprise. I'm guessing that's when she sees her big brother, Steven. And Anna checks in on Laura, I'm sure, because Laura is probably waiting on Lulu's results. Now, the week of October 28th to November 1st, we're going to have everybody standing by to find out if the transplant surgery was a success and that donor Sam and recipient Lulu come through it okay. I'm curious if Isaiah was hired at least temporarily to do the transplant surgery, although he said that's not his gig anymore. Thursday, October 31st is when November Sweeps kicks off. So I'm expecting Sam's death pretty much at any moment, mid to late in this week or even into the next full week of November. I don't think she's going to die by natural causes. We'll see. I do think it may be assumed that the donor surgery, like side effects, stress, or whatever killed her initially, but I think more will come out after. We'll see. Ric has 3 cases looming, and all of them may go in his favor. We've got Heather's case, which may be resolving in week 1. We'll see. Ava's criminal case hinges on getting Christina to go crazy in court. And if that case comes to court after Sam's death, it should be even easier for Ric to get her to lash out on the stand. Ava's custody case is going to probably hinge on him resolving the criminal case in her favor. And of course, Ric won't let that GH lab issue go. So, you know, Heather may indeed go free, which is not what he wants. He told Curtis maybe a reduced sentence, but not her getting out. And of course, we have to wonder if that is why Steven Webber is in town. You know, I wonder if he was planning to show up in court, maybe to say, don't let her out, you know, but he also needs to meet his nephew, Ace Cassadine. And one GH spoiler says there's a tragedy and a miracle. So maybe this liver surgery wakes up Lulu. I mean, I'm assuming she is going to wake up because they have recast her with actress Alexa Havins. So hopefully we'll see her face as Lulu heads into surgery, and then we'll see her wake up. Sasha finds out if Holly was lying or telling the truth about Robert. I've seen some people hoping that Luke will be her dad rather than Robert. I mean, that would be interesting because it would make Sasha, Lulu, and Lucky's half-sister and Ethan's full sister. And even better, it would drive Tracy up the wall for her to be Luke's kid, and then she could still date Cody. Honestly, I'm ambivalent about who Sasha's dad is because they are literally making all of this up as they go, and it's all a violation of known history, and we all know better, so they could throw a dart at the board and it wouldn't matter. You know, as long as it's somebody that Holly has had some kind of relationship with in the past, as long as they respect a scrap of history, right?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.